everything. All right, guys.
Well,
Take it away, Penguin. Sorry.
yeah, it's my job. God, what's wrong with you, Rifkin? Anyway, welcome to Game 3 of the After Hours Gaming League. We're here with Week 5 action between IBM and National Instruments. National Instruments, a bit of an underdog, coming up with a 2-0 lead so far. If their player can actually take this game, they will win 3-0. It's going to be up to IBM to try to mount a complete comeback, a bit of a reverse all-kill, if you will. Who do we have playing for IBM, Rifkin?
Well, spawning. Oh, okay, IBM. Sorry, I'm at the wrong base location. Spawning in the top right corner of the map. It is going to be IBM's ImpAncient as the Red Zerg.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom left, going to be none other than National Instruments' Straylight, who also played last week. I'm trying to remember if he won or not.
He did, and it was against the Zerg player as well, so he's got at least one ZvZ under his belt.
Oh yes, it was a ZvZ on this very map, and it was actually some really, really awesome Mutaling play versus Mutaling play. Straylight actually played some of the most beautiful Mutaling that I've seen.
You know, he didn't play Mutalings. What he did was he had too many mutas and too many links. Is what it came down to.
Yeah, he controlled really well all game, and I'll be very, very interested to see if he goes for the same sort of style this game. He showed that he does have quite a bit of prowess in it last week, and of course, same map. Obviously, a really nice map for Mutalisk. It's just so wide open. There's a bit of dead space behind the main, and overall, this is a great map for Mutalisk. So I'll be interested to see if he goes for that. I'll be interested to see if Ancient goes for that. Ancient going for a hatch first as opposed to Straylight going pool first, so the first little variation already.
Yeah, but I mean, it comes down to the distance of this map. You can go pool versus hatch first. It's going to make the most minuscule differences that really, they're not going to affect the outcome of the game more than your actual control of units and positioning and what have you. Although you and I always talk about it'd be so cool if we could trace a loss down to like, okay, this fraction of a second here was the direct lead to a loss.
Indeed. And, sorry, I just need to mute myself for a second.
Yeah, so while Penguin is handling that, we've got gas coming out of Ancient, guys, who again, and I'm going to apologize in advance, I'm going to accidentally call him ImpAncient at least once or twice during this match, but Mr. Ancient over here, go for that gas. This could be indicative of speed, which could lead to some very early aggression. Alternatively, this could be a safe build where, you know, he wants to have some Banelings and a nest up, or roaches ready to defend against his opponent. I mean, in ZvZ, it's weird. You want to be both the aggressor and the defender at the same time.
Very true, Rifkin. He is keeping guys on gas, so that does lead me to believe he's probably going to throw down a Baneling Nest. Speed will probably be coming out right now. There we go. So Speed started, probably going to have a Baneling Nest out of Ancient soon.
Yeah, see, like I said, man, it's hard not to do.
It is, but we do have an expansion nearing completion here for Straylight. Sorry if you already said that. And yeah, a couple of links on the way already for Ancient, so 6 on the way. We'll see if he adds on more. There's a Baneling Nest also going to be queued up.
Speed is going to be so far off for Straylight. Like, he's getting it. He's got gas coming. But, like, it's good. I mean, ImpAncient's going to have not only speed, but Banelings on the field by the time that Mr. Straylight here has anything to fight with. And speed versus non-speed, well, it's not really a question of who's going to win that fight.
We are seeing a lot of drones coming out of Ancient here, so it looks like he just wants to put on a little bit of pressure here with these 6 lings. You can really try to get past the sort of forward defenses, try to pick off a couple of drones, maybe a queen if you get really lucky, but this is really just for scouting and a tiny bit of pressure.
Ooh,
we do also have 4 lings moving across. Sorry, go ahead.
I think you might actually get this queen, Penguin, in all truth.
There's really not anything there. There's 4 lings on the map. They're across the map at this point, and Speed's about to kick in. Looks like he wants to go for drones instead.
Yeah, not a bad alternative choice. Sometimes it is better to go for the queen, but sometimes gain drones is just as satisfying.
He's already got 2. 5 of the lings are still alive. This could do quite a bit of damage. 14 lings actually on the way for Straylight here. This is either an overreaction or he wants to go for an all-in himself. Nice surround on the lings, gonna be able to pick them off. Only getting 3 worker kills here.
I feel like this is maybe a bit of an overreaction. I don't think Straylight's set up to do something like an all-in.
He is though. 18 lings on the way.
Okay, I'll eat my words as I say that. No, that's ImpAncient coming with 18 lings, you silly...
Yeah, no, Straylight just... Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were... No, but Straylight's gonna move across the map anyway with 14 lings. Bam, Rifkin! The player's looking out for me, man.
Well, he is coming across the field, but that Baneling Nest is so much further off, and he doesn't have speed just yet. I mean, these Zerglings are going to be hard for us to do much damage. The Banelings are going to zone them out entirely. They might even outrun them. It's a matter of positioning. Ooh, okay, engage coming down for ImpAncient. I think he's got the better numbers here.
Numbers are important, but really the speed just allows Ancient to get a much better concave here. I think they had about even lings there, but Ancient coming out with 5 on top. Just speed makes such a difference in ling versus ling.
Yeah, definitely. 100% agree with that. Now we got 10 more Zerglings coming out to replace the ones that were lost. We've got a Spinecrawler coming down. Spinecrawler, a second one too. This will be nice for trying to snipe those Banelings, but right now Straylight, nice. I like that he positioned the Queens on the ramp. I was curious to see if he was going to do that or not. I mean, you can eat Banelings all day with Queens.
Oh, this is actually really nice. He actually is adding an evolution chamber at the front that I don't know if he wants to use, but it is going to fully wall this off, but the spines are not yet done.
Oh no! Big explosion on the Zerglings, and now these drones have got a mineral walk to get to the main, or at least hold position on the Queen. Something, anything. The Spinecrawlers are not quite up yet, Penguin.
There we go. He actually gets one spine up. One of them does take a bit of damage, but it will finish as well, and I think Straylight has held this aggression. Oh, he has a counterattack going on as well, but all of his lings die to one Baneling. That hurts.
Straylight not with the best Baneling aggression, or sorry, Baneling micro, or I guess Zergling micro versus Banelings, however you want to phrase that now. Straylight, he's still got 5 Banelings to deal with, Penguin, and these Queens are pretty low.
He needs to transfuse. The Queens are going to go down if he's not careful. One of them does. He does get the second transfuse off, though. Still even saves one of those Spinecrawlers as well. So Straylight's in a pretty good position. We saw a lot of gas invested by Ancient, and he's actually down by 8 workers. So Straylight's going into the Spire, and I really don't know if Ancient has a response to this.
Yeah, there's more Zerglings coming across the field, but that Spinecrawler is not in a good position. The Queen can only do so much on its own versus this many Zerglings. Baneling's coming out as well, and without his own Baneling, Straylight, yeah.
There we go. He's actually investing a lot of gas into those 300, not 300, but a lot of gas going into those Banelings. One Queen will go down. Oh, he actually wastes his own Banelings, and Ancient actually going to be in a pretty terrible position if Straylight can land these Baneling hits. Focusing down the... Oh, this is actually pretty cool. He's focusing down the Banelings with the drones, and there we go. Kills off those Banelings.
Actually, those Banelings were cancelled, Penguin. Those were wasted detonations.
No, the thing is if you kill a Baneling Cocoon, it automatically cancels.
Oh, okay, I didn't actually know that. I don't play enough ZvZ to know that, apparently. But we do have that Spire coming in, and as you said, a lot of gas was invested. Only 3 Mutalisks are going to be able to be made, maybe 4, but the problem is they're good at picking off Banelings, they're good at picking off Zerglings, but they can't really go toe-to-toe with Queens.
Uh-oh, these Banelings are really clumped up. Oh, the drones! Oh, he saves the drones, but... he's got to be really careful. He's got a bunch of drones at the top of the ramp. He is going to lose 1, 2. Really nice splitting by Straylight. He loses a few drones. He's lost 12 in total at this point, which does leave him behind by quite a bit, but he didn't die there.
He also lost his Queens and has not replaced them yet. Yeah. We have no larva injections going on for Straylight, and this is pretty devastating.
The only issue, the one thing Straylight has to do, he has to do a lot of damage with these Queens, which is going to be, with these Mutos, which is going to be pretty difficult because as soon as Ancient realizes what's going on, he'll probably throw down Spores, but if he can somehow get some aggression off, pick off some drones, maybe a couple Queens, with these Mutos before he realizes what's going on, he could still try to stabilize a bit here because the lair's only halfway done for Ancient. Looks like he wants to go Mutas based on him getting the double gas, but... it's going to be really difficult for him to do that. A little more aggression, actually wasting all of the Banelings of Straylight. Nice micro by Ancient. He's coming into even more lings.
Yeah, Straylight is definitely not having an easy time holding this off, Penguin. Spinecrawler does complete, but it's only going to do so much versus this many Zerglings. It's just too many.
Yeah, the Mutalisk is going to try to help a little bit, but... yeah, he just invested too much into Banelings as well. Really nice play here by Ancient. I thought he'd actually lost, but...
yeah, the Queen of the main actually...
position.
The Queen at ImpAncient's main managed to chase off some Mutalisks while this is going on too. Now the Spore Crawler's down. The small amount of Mutalisks he has will start to slowly snowball, but we see ImpAncient going for a Hydra Den. And if there's one thing that's really good at DPSing Mutalisks, it's Hydralisks.
Yeah, I think he probably wanted to go Mutas initially, but seeing that the Mutalisks are already out for Ancient, it's a very bad decision for him to go for the Spire now. Going for the Hydra Den much more quickly completed. It actually finishes an entire 60 seconds faster. But yeah, these Mutas are not going to do all that much. They'll be able to pick up a Queen. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, that's huge. Can he get another? Nope.
And he does get the Queen in the end. Not going to lose any lings. If he gets away without losing any, that'll be pretty good because they will regenerate.
Yeah, they have that overpowered tissue regeneration, which I believe is 1 a second, if I'm not mistaken. So you can confirm as the pro Zerg player.
Swig of my iced tea.
Alright, well, Straylight, I mean, okay, he's starting to clear up some overlords around the map, supply blocking ImpAncient, albeit only briefly, but the problem is Hydros on the field. And Straylight doesn't have Banelings or Zerglings to really clash into these Hydros while the Mutalisks provide the overhead damage. I mean,
the biggest issue here is that he's trying to go Mutas off 2 base with 29 workers.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. The fourth geyser isn't even up and running. He is going for a third. I'll give him that. He's trying to get up.
What? I mean, he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the income. I would much rather see him go for 6 lings with that money. Not lings, 6 drones with those 300 minerals. So, he does actually cancel now, and I think that's definitely the right decision because he just doesn't have the saturation to saturate a third base. He is droning a little harder. He's getting a few more drones out on the field now, but he's so far behind. He really needs to micro like a god.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit precarious here for him. I mean, he's got the Mutalisks, and I'm really worried that these are kind of that false hope. You know what I mean? Like, they're very scary to have Mutalisks, but the Hydralisks are going to deal with them very nicely, very effectively. And right now, he doesn't have anything to engage against those Hydralisks.
The thing is, Mutalisks are actually, like, they're one of the units that you can use to sort of come back from behind. If he can just continue doing a little bit of damage, and more importantly, if he can keep Ancient at home while he drones up, while he gets his Baneling speed. If he gets one good engagement against the Hydras, and like you said, smashes Banelings into them, he does have a chance here. Oh, but the buffed Spore Crawler coming into effect. Holy god, that does a lot of damage, Rifkin.
Yeah, for those who don't know, in the most recent patch, Spore Crawlers are buffed to do 30 damage versus Biological 15 normally. So, I mean, these Mutalisks are taking about, like, 3 shots and getting killed. Sorry, 4 shots and getting killed. Because I can do
yeah. We have a third base going down here for Ancient. I'm not sure if this is going to survive, though. The army's a bit out of position. The Mutalisks are going to come on in trying to deal with that. We have no upgrades on the Mutalisks, though. He does force a cancel, killing the drone as well. Nicely done. But looks like Ancient's just decided he wants to just go kill his opponent.
Really? He's in a situation to do that, too. Like, this is not, by any means, a silly choice. There's nothing at home for Straylight to defend with. He's relying on these Mutalisks, as you said, to keep his opponent at home.
Yeah, he is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage to the drone line with the glaive bounce of these Mutalisks.
I really like that he chose to go for the gas. He knew with all the Spore Crawlers and the Queens, he wasn't really going to get too much done in the mineral lines. And if he cuts out, I mean, he picked off a residual drone or two, of course, for splash damage, but more importantly, that's 2 less geysers. That's a lot less Hydralisks.
Yeah, one of the things you have to do when you're going Mutas is it's really important, even more so in Muta versus Muta, but even whenever you're playing Mutas against somebody who's a Zerg player, you do need to go for the gas, because the gas advantage in ZvZ means so much.
Well, I was actually going to take back what I said on that, as I point out that ImpAncient actually has like 1,000 gas in the bank at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Straylight made the right decision, but I think
Penguin look at all these Banelings with speed.
There's like almost no roaches. I mean, there's a few roaches, but if he lands in the Hydralisks, this is going to be horrible for Ancient.
Oh no, but the Mutalisks, what are they doing?
Oh, they're attacking the rocks, and all the Banelings and the roaches.
That was